This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and Winning Hill. Delighted to be joined with John Fury. Just seen Roman box to a solid decision win.
Yeah, over a good class, tough man. What's been in with everybody. That boy does 70 odd pro fights. You know, he's had 20 odd knockouts himself, and he's been in some great fights. And it just shows you Roman has got ability waiting to develop. I think another star is born, I really do. Not saying it's my own son, but you can see for yourself he's had no amateur fights at all. 18 months ago he was 20 stone, you know, and he's in there boxing like he's had 10 or 15 pro fights and a lot of amateur contests. You know, I can't fault the performance. He listened, he was on it, he stayed focused, and he'd done what he had to do. You know, and it takes some doing for a kid, a raw novice like that, with no boxing before of ring time. No ring time. But look here, keep your eyes on Roman Fury, he's on the wall.
Okay. How important is the learning for him now? Him, you know, moving on, keeping on fighting, and how important is that now? Even though he's still being sort of not in a disrespectful way, still being a novice pro.
Yeah, we've just got to get the right fights for him, keep him out regular. You know, get him a fan base. He's a lovely boy. You know, he's nothing like me because I'm an horrible bastard. We know that. But he's a nice kid, but he can fight. Southpaw. And when he starts sitting down on his shots properly and digging them in proper, when he gets experience and confidence, you'll see another man here. You know, you'll see another fella lift another world title in the future. And that'll happen before he's 30-year-old.
And I was going to say, I know you sort of just cut an unbelievable promo there in the previous interview, but how important is it, and I was talking to Roman there about having such an important sort of fighting family, it's in your blood, and you've bred so many good fighters.
All my sons can fight, every fucking one of them. And every single one, mate. You know, I don't breed duds, mate, believe me. When they say about breeding, mate, boy, I bet you wish you had a racehorse for my bollocks. Hey, we'd have another sheargar, 6 of them.
But how important is that to have that such a supportive, cohesive unit around him, where he knows who to turn to?
These boys are my life. There's nothing else in my life apart from these boys. Boxing's my life. I want nothing else out of life, just to see him do well. You know, and he said to me, he said, look, I want to be a fighter. I looked at his condition, his mindset, and I doubted the job. But I thought, let's see. He got his tracksuit on, his trainers on, he got jogging, he lost the weight. Jimmy Harrington took him to Doncaster. Big up Jimmy Harrington. He's had a lot to do with Roman early on in his career, still has. You know, get well soon, Jimmy. And like I say, his progress has been steady. You know, and here we are today. Bob's done a fantastic job, Bob Howard in Morecambe. You know, and at the end of the day, he'll only go from strength to strength. Proper guidance, you know. And to be honest with you, I'm his father, you know, and I'm not going to see him go far wrong. As long as he's managed right and the right fights come his way, nice and regular, he's on a great platform of Sky. Thank Ben Shalom for giving him the chance to showcase what he can do. He can only get better, this kid, and his fan base will grow as he goes along. That performance was worthy of a TV slot, you know. But let me tell you, people, they look at people's shapes and sizes and think they can't fight. That kid, when he boxed tonight, was one tough man, and I want to give him credit. He can fight because he's there, tough, and he's willing to get in with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And those people, you've got to give them credit. They're here making a living. And look at the guy, he kept pressing, he took some heavy artillery, he kept coming forward and trying to make a fight of it. Big up to that guy. What was his name? Anybody know?
Eric Neverryan.
Eric Neverryan. Big up to you, my mate. Your country can be proud of you, a warrior of a man.
100%. And last one, sort of just for me, back onto sort of Tommy and Tyson. Yeah. They're both looking at potential massive fights.
Yeah.
You know, on sort of different sides of the realm. One big influencer fight and one big legacy fight. Just your sort of thoughts on that as a whole. Looking forward to that.
Well, all I can say, if people play the game and be sensible, these fights will take place. But when they start rubbing people up the wrong way, especially Tyson, he's in a position in his life now where he can say, sod you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what he'll do. But you know what? If they all be sensible and get off his back and give him credit for what he's done for his country and give him the credit he deserves for being the undisputed champion, winning everything, and he's done most things in this sport people can only dream about, you know, but it will come. But let me tell you, if they keep being stupid with the mouth, Tyson will just walk away from the full game and that'll be it. Because you keep getting kicked in the nuts day after day and you start thinking, you know what, what's it all about this? They've lost a great champion. You know, it'd be a sad thing and a shame that the undisputed fight never may happen through people being stupid. But if they be sensible, regroup, sit down round the table like proper business people, we can make this fight happen. It should have took Wembley. I don't know what he's doing with Daniel Labarge. I can't see that fight happening, to be honest with you. If that fight happens, it's a stupid move. Because imagine if Daniel Labarge, which Daniel's quite capable of turning him over, then what?
Do you think he should vacate the WBA then and make the fight?
Well, I would sit down and do what he's got to do to get the main fight on with Tyson. Get round the table like sensible adults and let's hammer a deal out. It can be done. Without all the screaming, shouting, without all the bad mouthing, let's get round the table and sort a deal out properly. Let's get a date on the table and give these hungry horses for fans what they want. Because, you know, I said something yesterday in an interview, I said the public was daft. They're not daft, I should rephrase that. They don't understand the politics of the sport, they're only seeing it from the outside. You know, and I apologise to that, for saying that. But let me tell you something, all this can be sorted out in an amicable way, and let's move forward and get the fights on, the best fights out there for Tyson and the rest of the public. Even Usyk and all that, Joshua, you know, let's all get around the table. Even the boys in Saudi Arabia, let's get something done. Business is there to be done.
Do you feel like the public had disrespected him though by what you were saying?
Yeah, I really do. You know, it's hurtful to Tyson, it's hurtful to me, and what he's been through in his life. You know, what he's done for mental health, how he's helped the people, you know. He's been a great champion for this country, he's been an ambassador to the sport, and before they know the ins and outs, they're commenting, he's a coward, he's this, he's a disgrace, he's that. That's not nice to a man of his capabilities, proven in the ring beyond the shadow of doubt that he has a will of iron and he's got a soul, a fighting soul, want to fight 3 men at once. But it's a business, it's a business, so what people need to do is back off him and let the people, the so-called boys in charge. By the way, they couldn't make a cup of tea. They couldn't make a cup of tea or this fight would be done months and months ago, wouldn't it? If they left it to me, this fight, it would have been done. You know, I'd have said to my son, right, get off the high horse, forget that bullshit, you forget that bullshit, let's agree a price and get on with the job. They've all got plenty of money. Another 20 or 30 million ain't going to affect Tyson, is it? Let's get a fight on and get it dusted. But the only way we can do it is get around the table and be sensible. But if he carries on the way he is, trying to transfer the blame, calling people liars when he's the fault, he'll never get the fight, it's gone forever. And I can see Tyson having enough and walking away from the game completely, saying sod you all. And he's in his right to do that. So let's be sensible and let's avoid that problem.
Okay.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
John Fury, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.